The Doctor has arrived on a military research station, having received a distress call. He comes across a group of activists who are determined to free something that's being kept here, and he tries to persuade them that military force is not the answer. Does he succeed in persuading them? Yes, he does. He needs to locate a terminal in order to scan the base and try to find the best way to the target in order to avoid any unpleasant confrontations. Meanwhile, Professor Flint and Captain Stahl are in the laboratory, and there is something being kept behind this door, and that might be the thing which is calling out for help. While Milo and Bryn wait by the TARDIS for instructions, the Doctor and the leader of the group, Chrissa, find a terminal as they sneak around the base, and the Doctor is able to access that to find out the best route to get to the laboratory, trying to avoid any confrontations along the way. First of all, they need to sneak across this passage without alerting the guard to their presence. Let's say 6+. That will do nicely. They managed to sneak across. The Doctor sneaks into this room while his colleagues hide out of sight and tries to convince this guard that he's doing a routine inspection from headquarters. The Doctor will roll 3 dice looking for pluses. He gets 1. The guard will roll 2 dice looking for pluses. He doesn't get any, so the guard is convinced that the Doctor is indeed doing a routine inspection on the orders of headquarters. So the Doctor and his companions have found their way to the door of the laboratory. And before this final encounter, I'm going to roll the actions story cubes. Let's see what we've got. So clearly something's being kept prisoner. There's some very dodgy science going on. There's something quite scary. There's a clever way to open the door. And perhaps the creature has special powers or something that can be used as a weapon. The Doctor now accepts that there may be a confrontation about to happen, but he advises his colleagues that to try and use non-lethal means of accomplishing their aims. Once again, they're going to try to let the Doctor do the talking and see if the enemies can be convinced. And I think, due to Professor Flint and his high intelligence, they're both going to roll 3 fate dice to see who gets the most pluses. So this is for the Doctor. No pluses. And Professor Flint. Oh, even more minuses. So the Doctor sort of wins by default. So the Doctor will try to convince them of the error of their ways in keeping an intelligent life form in prison here and performing terrible experiments on them. And we're going to see if they are convinced, which I doubt, so I'm going to say it's unlikely. I'm going to go to good old Mythic and use the chaos factor of 0 and say that it's very unlikely that these people would be convinced by the Doctor's argument. Chaos rank of 5, yeah, that's what I meant. So, 25% chance or less. We have a 98, that is, yeah, they're just not buying the Doctor's argument at all. So the old trickster is going to move towards the control panel here and try to open the door in a sort of bluffing kind of way and signal his companions to enter the room and take care of these baddies here. And using the odds of the old Grail Quest game books, where 6+ was a success and 7+ actually made anything happen in combat anyway, I'm going to roll 6+. And just manage it. So as the Doctor's companions rush in to try and subdue these enemies, and the Doctor opens the door, the creature emerges. Oh dear. Yep, he's quite a scary chap. So the baddies are going to try and break free and call for help, and the creature obviously recognises his imprisoners and torturers, so he's going to go after them, and I think this could get messy. And while all this is getting rather overwrought, the Doctor is going to have to try and figure out how to get the creature out of here without getting anyone killed and without destroying anything too much. So while the baddies are trying to barricade this door to keep the creature out, the Doctor and his companions are going to run for the TARDIS. And thanks to the Doctor's extraordinary TARDIS piloting abilities, the TARDIS materialises around the creature. And the Doctor is able to trap the creature in a stasis lock, freezing it in time, so the Doctor can take it home to its home planet and then let it free. So a very freewheeling, ultralight, solo sci-fi RPG starring the Doctor and some Rory's Story Cubes, some Fate Dice and Mythic, and a bit of the old Grail Quest as well from back in the day. It's just a quick exercise in using what you've got in order to make something up. So with these old Space Hulk tiles and the scenery, the plastic scenery from Star Saga, this blue character from Star Saga, and the scientist character was from When Darkness Comes, and these soldiers are a bit of a random buy I found. I can't honestly tell you where they're from, but generic space soldiers, and my no expense spared TARDIS. Thank you very much for watching.